Good afternoon, experts. Welcome to the training webinar for mathematics on Chegg Expert Platform 2.0. We'll be starting the webinar in a few minutes' time. Meanwhile, there are some ground rules for this webinar which we have put on the screen. We request you to have a look. Thank you. Good afternoon, experts. Welcome to the training webinar for mathematics on Chegg Expert Platform 2.0. We'll be starting the webinar in a few minutes' time. We are waiting for some more experts to join us. Meanwhile, there are some ground rules for this webinar which we have put on the screen. We request you to have a look. Thank you. Good afternoon, experts. Welcome to the training webinar for mathematics on Chegg Expert Platform 2.0. We'll be starting the webinar in a few minutes' time. We are waiting for more experts to join us. Meanwhile, there are some ground rules for this webinar which we have put on the screen. We request you to have a look. Thank you. My name is Suresh. I'm your host for the day, and I'm joined by my co-host Sana. For the success of any event, we need a few ground rules. So for this event also, there are some ground rules. Let's have a look at them one by one. The first and most important rule is whenever you have any queries for me or for my team, please feel free to put that query in the chat box. My co-host will be taking up your queries and uh, they will be answering your queries one by one. Also, a small request to you, please do not repeat the same queries again and again in the chat box. Please do not copy paste the same queries again and again because that will only lead to the spamming of the chat box. So once you have put a specific query across to us, we would request you to relax, be assured that your query will be definitely answered. Also, at the end of the webinar, we will be providing you with a feedback URL. You can visit that URL and you can provide your precious feedback to us. Now that will be at the end of the webinar. For now, let's get started. So first and foremost, let us understand what is the objective for this webinar. This webinar will help you to maintain your performance. It will also boost your efficiency when you will be working on the Q&A platform. Now, what is the agenda? What will be discussed in the webinar today? Let's have a look. The first and foremost thing we will be looking at is an overview of the Expert Platform 2.0. This is the new authoring tool. We will also be discussing a few steps to structure our solutions. Also, we will be looking at some math tools, for example, the equation renderer tool, the inline equation tool, and we also have an in-house expert today. Sana will be taking up a live demo. She will be also giving a few examples, explaining the use of these tools. I myself also will be giving a demo at the start. Also, please keep your queries coming. We also have our in-house expert team who will be answering your questions on the chat box. So let's get started by having a look at the Expert Platform 2.0. This new authoring platform is packed with some new features which will help you to create tables, journal entries and T accounts, three-line simple equations, math equations, code snippets. It will also help you to label images by using some very simple editor tools which you can see on the screen. Now let us talk about how to structure our solutions. So the first thing you need to do is you need to use the login credentials which we have sent you on your email. You will use them to log in on the Check Q&A platform. You will go to the questions window. Once you are on the questions window, you will decide which question you would like to answer. Once you decide upon a particular question, you will click on Start Answering and you will be taken to the solution window. Now on the solution window, there are three steps that you need to follow. The first step is you need to tag the question. How will you tag the question? You just need to choose the subject. After that, you will click on Next and you will be taken to the next window wherein you will be giving a step-by-step solution. After that, you will click on Next and you will be taken to the final answer section. This is the place where you will be providing the final answer. So these are the three steps that you need to follow whenever you are answering any question. Now, in this context, some experts have asked us, why is it necessary for us to answer in a step-by-step manner? And the answer to that question is, it will help the students to understand the concepts better. Also, we recommend that you add as many steps as reasonably required in the solution. Please do not skip any steps because doing so may attract penalties. That is, it will result in a lower CF score, that is a lower quality score. Also, we have observed that solutions having at least 2 steps lead to a better CF score. So these are the reasons why we should be providing a step-by-step solution. Now let us take some examples and understand how to provide a step-by-step solution. So here is a question asked by the student. He wants us to evaluate the square root of x square of the expression x square plus y square plus z square. 3 expressions also have been given to us, with the help of which we will be able to find out the values of the variables x, y, and z. So how do we provide a step-by-step solution to this question? Let's see. So starting with step 1, we will look out for the value of x. In step 2, we will find out the value for y. In step 3, we will find out the value of z. In step 4, we will list out the values of all the variables that we have found. Then we will click on Next. We will be taken to the final answer section. This is the place where we will be evaluating the original expression, that is square root of x square plus y square plus z square. Now this is the place where we will be providing the final answer. Let's take one more example so this will be very clear to us. Here the student wants to know what is a business cycle, explain the different phases of a business cycle. So we will take the first question first and provide the definition of a business cycle. So the expert has written, the business life cycle is the progression of business in phases over time. Now we will take the second question, explain the different phases of a business cycle. So in step 1, we will not explain all the steps. We will just mention those steps So here the expert has mentioned launch, growth, shakeout, maturity, and decline. Now, starting with step 2, we will start explaining all these steps, all these phases, I beg your pardon. So in step 2, we will explain phase 1. In step 3, we will explain phase 2. In step 4, we will explain phase 3, and so on. Now we will click on next. Once we provide all the steps, we will be taken to the final answer section. In this, we will be providing a brief summary of the solution. Please remember, in the final answer section, we will not be repeating the steps which we have already provided. We will just be giving a brief summary of the solution. So this is how we will be providing a step-by-step solution to every question. Now, we also have some math tools for you on the new authoring platform. For example, we have the Math in Text tool. We also have the Equation Renderer tool. I'm skipping these slides because I'll be providing you with a live demo in which I'll be explaining everything about these math tools. We also have the inline equation tool. So now it's time for the live demo. Just give me a moment. So I have already logged into the Chegg Q&A platform, and I'll be sharing that screen with you. Just a moment. All right. So I'm stopping sharing the screen, and here we go. So this is how the solution window will look like. Now let us start by looking at the first tool that we have as far as the math tools are concerned, and that is the Equation Renderer tool. So as far as the Equation Renderer tool is concerned, to activate it, you will need to click on this icon, that is y is equal to x square. So I'll just click on this. The mouse over effect will say Insert Equation Renderer. So as you can see, when you click on that particular icon, this block gets inserted and it has two boxes. So you can type in these two boxes. Also in between you have the comparison symbols. So to use this, I'll just show you how to use this now. For example, let us say we want to input a matrix into the solution editor. So for that, I'll just type A here. And on the right hand side, I'll click and this show tooltip button will appear. I'll just click on that and you will see there is a drop down menu that opens up. It has a lot of sections, for example, math, Greek, advanced math, geometry, linear algebra, trigonometry, etc. So we will be exploring this in a bit. So for matrix, we will need to go to algebra, that is linear algebra section, and we will scroll down and you will see there are some predefined templates in it. Now you will choose one of these templates as per your need. So for me right now, this one seems appropriate. Now let us look at how this looks at the front end. So this template will look like this at the front end. And you will be able to see how it looks at the front end in this blue box. At the back end where you will be working, let's have a look at the syntax of this. So the first row A, B, C, these entries are separated by comma, as you can see. and it is enclosed in a square bracket. Also, uh, the second row DEF is also separated by commas, and they are enclosed in square brackets, and same with the third row as well. Now all these three rows are enclosed in a bigger square brackets. So this is how the syntax looks like at the back end. Now we can adapt it as per our need by changing the entries. So I'll just remove the entries and replace them with what I need. So I'll replace D with 4, 5, 6. Please remember, we have to leave the commas in place. We will not tamper with those. We'll just change the entries. 8, and we have 9 here. This is how we will be able to change the entries and replace them with entries that we like. Now let us, after looking at how to put a 3 by 3 matrix, let us also understand how to input a determinant. So for a determinant, we will follow the same process. And as far as a determinant is concerned, we will need the piped symbol. So we will remove this outer square bracket and we will put the vertical bar. How do we put it? We will use shift plus backslash key. So shift plus backslash, and here we have a determinant. All right. Now after this, let us also look at how to input rational functions into the solution editor. So for rational function, let's click on the right hand side, show tooltip. Now for rational function, we will need the fraction template. So I'll go to math and I will use this template. And now I'll replace the numerator with a polynomial. I would like x square plus 3x plus 2 here. So for x square, I'll use this exponent template in math. I won't make any changes right now at this stage. And now I'll just type plus 3x plus 2. And now I'll change this y to 2. So we have a polynomial there, and now in the denominator, we'll put 5x minus 7. So here we have a rational function. Now, if in case we want to name this as export, let us try that. So I have put export at the back end, and let's see how it looks like at the front end. You will see it is rendered in a very weird way. So if you want to input text, there is a way you should do it. You will click on show tooltip. Then you will go to the text section. You will go to insert text. And here you will replace the characters with the characters you would like to put. So we will leave the inverted commas in place, and here it has been rendered neatly. So this was rational function. Now let us also look at vectors. So for vectors, on the left hand side, I'll just click on show tooltip. I will scroll down and you will see that there is a section which is called vectors. So I'll just click on it. And you will see there are some predefined templates. So for me now, this looks good. I'll click on this. just a moment. I'm on the left hand side. So there are other templates like X bar, X over right arrow. So I'll just use this one and I'll change it as per my need. And on the right hand side, I'll click on show tooltip, go to vectors, and I'll choose this particular uh, template, and I'll just remove the section which I don't need. All right. Now I can edit it as per my need. So let's say on X it has a magnitude of 2. So I'll just remove this and put 2 here. On Y it has a magnitude of 3. So I'll remove -4 and I'll put +3. And on Z it has a magnitude of -5. So I just need to change this plus sign to minus sign. So here it has been rendered neatly and as per my need. So this is how you will be using the predefined templates as per your need. Now let us also discuss how to input LPP, that is linear programming problem. So I'm going to remove this block. Now for LPP, we cannot use the equation renderer, of course. We will be using the insert table icon. So here is the insert table icon. I'll just click on it. And you will see there is a drop down that opens. I'll use the empty table option. And it will insert a part of an Excel sheet inside the solution editor. Now I can use this for my LPP. So I can increase the number of columns. I would like some more columns here. So I'll just click on this plus sign. And if I need to decrease the number of columns, I can also do that by clicking on this red minus sign, and the columns will decrease. If I have to increase the number of rows, likewise, I can use the plus sign and to decrease the minus sign. Now let us use this. So here I'll write 4 by 5, 5 by 6, 7 by 8. Here I'll put an equal to sign, 4 by 5, enter, and that will change it into a decimal. Equal to 5 by 6, enter. Equal to 7 by 8, enter. Of course, I can also input integers. So 1, 2, 3. And this is how we will be using this table for our linear programming problems. All right, so this was LPP. Let us also look at integrals, how to input integrals. So for integrals, we will have to use the same tool which we had used before, that is equation renderer. For that, we will click on this icon, y is equal to x square. All right, so here I'll type I, and on the right hand side, I'll click on show tooltip. And now we will go to the calculus section. So here is the calculus section. And there are some predefined templates here. So for me, I think I'll use this one. All right. Now I would like logX. So for logX, I'll click on show tooltip. I'll go to the math section, and here we have logX. And dx I will type on my own. So this is how it will look like at the front end. Now, if I want a space before dx, let's try that. So here I have put a lot of space, but it is not being rendered at the front end. So there is a way in which we can input space. To input space, what you need to do is you need to use backslash and space. So remember, to input space, you need to uh, hit the backslash key and the space after that. So this is how we have uh, input an integral. Now also let us look at how to input definite integrals. So for definite integrals now, let us again go to the calculus section. And here you will see that we can use this one. And now we will adapt it as per our need. So for example, I'll replace this with 1, this b with 2, 3, 4, 4, 1, and 2. So here we have a definite integral. Now let us also look at how to input double integrals. So again, we will follow the same technique. We'll go to show tooltip. We'll go to calculus section. And here we will choose a template which we can edit. So for example, this one. And we can edit this as per our need. So this was double integral. Now let us also look at how to input limits. So for limits, we'll go to show tooltip. And scroll down and we will see there is this section which is limits. And you will see there are different templates. So maybe we can use this one. And I'll just delete the section of this which I don't need. And now I can easily edit it as per my need. For example, I would like theta approaches infinity here. So I'll remove h and I'll look for theta. For theta, I'll have to go to Greek section. And here you will see the theta symbol. So I'll just click on that. And here approaches infinity. So I'll remove 0. I'll go to the math section and scroll down. And here we have the infinity symbol. All right. Now I will need to replace the numerator with sine theta. So if you will see, the numerator starts with f and it ends with a bracket. So I will delete from f to square bracket. A bracket. All right. And now I want sine theta. Now for sine theta, I can go to trigonometry. And here we have sine x. Now this x I'll replace with the theta symbol, which is in Greek. And this denominator also I can replace with what I want. So here we have a neat looking limit. So this is how you will be putting limits into the solution editor. All right. Now after this, let us also look at how to input differentials. So for differentials, click on Show Tooltip. We will need the fraction template. So for that, we will go to Math, and here we have the fraction template. And we will just replace the numerator and the denominator. So this is how you will be able to input differentials. Now for partial differentials, you will follow the same procedure, only that we will need the DO symbol. So for DO, I'll remove this D here. We will get the DO symbol in calculus section. So I'll go to calculus. Here we have the DO symbol. And I'll do likewise in the denominator also, I'll put the DO symbol. So here we have a partial differential. All right. So far, I gave you a demo on how to input matrices, a determinant, rational function, a vector, also LPP, integrals, limits, differentials and partial differentials. So now let us also look at one more tool. So this was the equation renderer tool. Now we will look at the inline equation tool. So just a moment. So here you will see we have an icon which is X square and a pen, and the mouse over effect will tell you it is insert inline equation. Let me give you a context on when to use this. Let us say you're typing in the solution editor. You're typing the area of the circle with radius r is, and you want to type pi r square in the same line. So for this, an inline equation tool will be handy. So you will click on this icon, insert inline equation, and this box will be inserted. Click on show tooltip. Now we need pi r square. So for pi, we will go to Greek. And here we have the pi symbol. So I'll just click on it. And now we want r square. So for r square, we will need the exponent template. So here we have the exponent template. Now instead of x, we will replace it with r, and this y we will replace with 2. So pi r square in the same line. So this is how we will be using the inline equation tool. So these were a few examples from my side on how to use the inline math tool and the equation renderer tool. Now we have our in-house expert Sana, who will be taking up a few examples and explaining in more detail a few more things. So Sana, would you like to take over now?
Yes, Suresh, yes. Thank you, Suresh, for such a wonderful explanation on math tools. Give me a moment, please. I'm sharing my screen. Now, is it visible?
Yes, it is visible.
Okay. So, hello everyone. Hope all doing well. Now, in the continuation of the Suresh, like I will be giving few more examples with the help of equation renderer and inline equation. As you all know, there are several types of equation in mathematics. But today we will be going through these type of equations, namely equilibrium equations, epsilon delta definition, sigma function, piecewise function, Laplace transform, binomial expansion and similarity symbols, future value and the present value of an annuity. So let us quickly move to the equilibrium equations. Now, first insert equation renderer over here. As we can see, there are multiple equations in the same block. So go with the equation renderer. Now click anywhere inside the cursor box. Place the cursor inside it. Show tooltip will appear. Click on show tooltip. See several options are available here. Math, Greek, text, advanced, calculus, derivatives, geometry, limits, linear algebra, sets, trigonometry. So for what do we need here? We need an arrow over here. Go to the other option. Select the desired arrow from there. Write plus. Now in the search tab, write summation. Two type of summation are there. We required this one. Select this one. Now we have to write f subscript y. Go to the math tab. Select x subscript y, and in place of x, substitute f, and y is as it is equal to 0. Now click on plus to add another row to the expression. Click on show tooltip, go to the math tab, select x subscript y. In place of x, substitute a, minus 25 sine 60. Sine 60 degree is there. Now how to write degree? Go to the geometry tab, select degree from there. Minus 3 into 5. 3. For the multiplication sign, go to the math tab, select cross multiply sign, multiplication sign from there. 5 bracket is closed is equal to 0. Now again click on plus to add another row to the expression. Click on show tooltip, go to the math tab, select x subscript y. In place of x, write a over there. A subscript y is equal to 36.65 kilonewton. 36.65 kilonewton. We can always see preview is available below it. We can always check it and modify it if there is any error. Now we have to write kilonewton in the text format. How to insert text within an equation renderer? Click on show tooltip, go to the text tab, select insert text. Now within the inverted commas, write the desired text, which is kilonewton. Now click anywhere outside the box to check the equation. See, it is available. Now here we have learned how to write summation, how to write text within the equation renderer. We have learned how to write a degree symbol and how to use x subscript y template. Now let us move to the next step. Here what we have to do, here we have to prove limit x tending to 2, 2x plus 4 is equal to 8 by using the epsilon delta definition. Before starting, first always preview what we need over here. We need absolute function over here and the numerous inequalities in one block. Click on insert equation renderer. Click on show tooltip. Now how to get an absolute function? In the search tab, write absolute over there. Absolute value of x is there. Now we have to modify x with fx minus l. Right, fx minus l is equal to, in place of is equal to, we have to write strictly less than. See, there is a small drop down in the right side of the equality. Click on it and select strictly less than. Now click on show tooltip, go to the Greek tab, select verb epsilon from there. Now click on plus to add another row to the expression. We can always copy the above expression and substitute the value in it by using Control A, Control C, and now paste it using Control V. Now substitute 2x plus 4 in place of fx. (2x plus 4) and in place of L we have 8 over here. Again it is verb epsilon, copy it, Control A, Control C, Control V. Now click on plus to add another row to the expression, copy it. And 2x plus 4 minus 8 is simplified to x minus 2. X minus 2. And 2 is taken common and taken to the denominator of the other side of the equality. Now it will become epsilon by 2. For the same, we have to go to the show tooltip. Under the math tab, select x by y template. And in place of x, write var epsilon. Go to the Greek tab. Select var epsilon from there. And in place of y, write 2. Preview is available below. Please always check and verify it. Now click on plus to add another row to the expression. Absolute value of x minus 2 is copied as it is. Now epsilon by 2 is taken as delta. Now click on show tooltip, go to the Greek option and select delta. See, there is a large space between delta, and here delta is equal to epsilon by 2. Now how to insert a large space? Go to the text tab, click on insert large space. Now first open bracket is there, create an open bracket. Now within the bracket we need to write here. For the here we need to insert text. Here. Now delta is equal to epsilon by 2. Go to the Greek option, select delta from there. Delta is equal to epsilon by 2. Go to the math tab, select x by y. In place of x, substitute or take from the Greek options, select epsilon, and in place of y, write 2 over there. Now click outside the box to check the simultaneously preview. Now here what we have learned how to write the absolute value of a function, how to write numerous inequality in a single go, how to use delta, how to write epsilon. Now let us quickly move to the next step. Here we have to write the formula for a sigma function. See, in the tooltip there are uppercase sigma and the lowercase sigma, both are available. Uppercase sigma is nothing but a summation sign, and the lowercase sigma is a standard deviation. And similarly for the delta also, we have uppercase sigma delta, which is nothing but a triangle symbol which is available in the geometry tab, and the lowercase delta is nothing but a change in the value of the variable which is present under the Greek tab. Now here first observe the expression is a single line expression. Single line expression can be written with the help of equation, inline equation. Click on insert inline equation. This type of expression will appear. Now click on show tooltip, go to the Greek tab, select sigma from there. Sigma is equal to, now first we need to write square root. Go to the math tab, select the square root option. Now the whole expression has to be rewritten in place of x. Now go to the math tab, select x by y, and in place of x write 1, and in place of y write n in caps. Now we have to write summation I going from 1 to n.
Sana, I'm sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
I just saw that your screen is not properly visible. It's only a part of the screen which is visible. So whatever you're typing, I can't see. It's only a part, the right hand side of the screen is visible. Yeah.
Is
So
it
if you
fine
can
now?
just, if you will see in the webinar thing, no, of your own, the webinar box, you will see that how it looks. So it's as per that you can adjust maybe the screen.
Okay.
You see, it's only the top right corner of the screen which is visible. You have to adjust it in a way that
Okay.
it shifts a little bit to the left.
Okay, let me try. Is it okay now?
I won't be able to see. Are you sharing full screen, or is
Yeah.
it like a tab you're sharing?
I'm stop sharing and sharing it again. Okay.
All right, I think this is better. Okay.
Now is it okay?
It's the same screen. It's the left-hand side of the screen. The right-hand side.
Hello, Sana.
Hello?
Yes, check whether with your tab or browser has horizontal scroll at the bottom. Scroll to the extreme left, so it will be visible, I think.
I have completely scrolled, like there is no option available right now.
And you are in full screen mode.
Yeah.
Means, okay, I think there is some technical problem. You can continue. Means I can see at least the rendered math now.
Okay. My screen is completely shared.
Okay.
Shall I try it again to share?
No, it's okay. You can continue.
I think there is some technical glitch going on. Let me try with something like. Hmm. I have shared my screen. Is it
Yes,
fine now?
this is better. More portion of the screen is visible now.
Okay, okay. So, shall I continue now?
I guess so.
Okay. So where were we? We were at sigma function. So sigma function, for the sigma, go to the Greek tab, select sigma from there is equal to square root is taken from the mat tab, and then the fraction format x by y. Now in place of x we have written 1, and in place of y we have written n over there. Now again click on show tooltip. In the search tab, write summation, select summation I going from 1 to n. And now in case of I is going from 1, and n we have caps n. We write. Now we have to write xi minus mu to the whole power 2. For this we have to select exponential function x to the power of y. In place of x we have to write xi minus mu. For this go select x subscript y, and in place of y write I over there. Xi minus mu. For the mu, go to the Greek tab, select mu to the power of 2. In place of y, write 2. Click outside the box to check the preview simultaneously. See, here what we have learned here how to write summation and how to change the range of the summation I going from 1 to n. How to write xi minus mu. See, by the preview option, we can always modify. Like I was in the caps, I have to modify it in the small. So it is modified as per the needs. Xi minus mu to the power of 2. And let us move to the next step where we have to learn the piecewise function, how to write a piecewise function. As there are several templates available, several model templates are available within the tooltip. We can modify it as per the requirement. Now click on insert inline equation can be inserted by using is equal to twice. Pop-up will appear, insert inline equation. Now click on show tooltip, search piecewise. These type of templates are already available. We need 3 row one. I will select this one. Now in the first row we have x plus 1 where x is strictly less than x is less than equal to 0, and in the second one It is 1 when end x is lying between 0 and 1. 2x plus minus 5 when x is strictly greater than 1. Now I have to modify minus x to x plus 1. X plus 1, and the range is same, x is less than equal to 0. For the second row, it is x, I have to write 1, and x is lying between 0 and less than equal to 1, it is fine. And in the third row, I have to write x 2x minus 5 in place of x by 2. 2x minus 5. Now similarly, I can add n number of rows over here by copying the similar expression. Control C, Control V. N number of rows can be added here and it can be modified as per our needs. Click outside the box to check the preview. Now let us move to the next step. Here what we have to do, we have Laplace transform is generally used in the differential equations. Here we have to use the definition of Laplace transform to find the Laplace transform of the following function ft is equal to 0 if x is lying between 0 and 1, t if x is lying between 1 and infinity. This is nothing but a piecewise function which we have done in the previous step. It can be done by using two row function model. So let us move to the next one. By the definition of Laplace transform, Laplace of ft is equal to 0 to infinity function f of t e raised to the power of minus st dt is equal to 0 to 1 for x is 0 between 0 and 1 e raised to the power minus st dt plus 1 to infinity t when x is lying between 1 and infinity e raised to the power minus st dt. So let us begin writing this. Insert equation renderer over here. Now click on show tooltip, search Laplace over here, Laplace. See, Laplace is already available here. I will go with this one and modify it as per our needs. First copy the expression, cut the expression which has to be on the right side of the equality. Remove is equal to from there. In the preview, see, check. It is Laplace of f of s, but what do we need? Laplace of f of t. Remove s from here. In the right side is as it is. 0 to infinity, e raised to the power of minus st ft dt. Now click on plus to add another row to the expression. Now see what we have to do. We have to substitute the values of ft twice from 0 to 1 and 1 to infinity. So we can copy the above expression and substitute the desired values by putting plus in between and copy it again. Now integral is going from 0 to infinity. 0 is as it is, and in place of infinity I have to write 1. And in place of ft we have 0 over here. Now for the second integral is going from 1 to infinity and it is t. Remove f from there and please take the preview simultaneously. It is the desired one. Here what we have learned, we have learned how to write the Laplace function and how to modify the range of the integrals, limit of the integrals, how to substitute the value of function. Now let us move to the next step. Here we will learn how to write a binomial coefficient and expansion. It is a single line expression. To insert inline equation will work over here. Click on show tooltip. We have to write a plus b raised to the power of 5. For this select x to the power of y exponential function. In place of x write a plus b. In place of y write 5. Is equal to r is going from 0 to 5. For the summation, go to the search tab, write sum, select summation I going from 1 to n. In place of I, we have to write r over there. R is going from 0 to 5. In place of 1, write 0. In place of n, write 5. Now I have to write 5cr. It is nothing but It can be written with the help of matrices. For the matrices, go to the linear algebra tab, select any matrix. For this, I will go with the 2 cross 2 matrix. Here, in the preview check, matrices are with the closed bracket. What do we need here? We need open brackets. So first remove the closed bracket with the open bracket. And B comprises of the second column. It is a 2 cross 2 matrix, and what do we need is 2 cross 1 matrix. Remove B and D from here. In place of A, substitute 5, and in place of C, substitute R. Now we have to write A raised to the power of 5 minus R. Go to the math tab, select the exponential function from there. In place of X, write A raised to the power of 5 minus R. Write 5 minus R in place of Y. Again select X to the power of Y, write B in place of X and Y in place of R in place of Y. Here, what we have learned? We have learned how to write a 2 cross 1 matrix, how to change the symbol from the closed to the open, how to write when there are numerous variables present, how to raise the power, how to change the power of the exponential function. Now let us move to the next expression, similarity symbols. Now, here we have to show if two triangles ABC and triangle DEF are similar. Now let us begin. Click on Insert Equation Renderer. Click on Show Tooltip. Go to the Geometry tab. Select triangle symbol from there. Write triangle ABC. Now, in place of is equal to, what do we need? Click on this. There are several options available. Is equal to, not equal to, strictly less than, strictly greater than, less than equal to, greater than equal to, approximate, congruent. What do we need? Similar symbol. Select this one. Click on Show Tooltip. Again, select triangle symbol from there. Write DEF. Now click on plus to add another row to the expression. We have to write angle A is congruent to angle D. Click on Show Tooltip. Go to the Geometry tab. Select angle from there. Write angle A. Now select congruency symbol from there. Again, click on Show Tooltip. Select angle is congruent to angle D. Click on plus to add another row to the expression. Click on Show Tooltip, select angle from there, write B. Angle B is congruent to angle E. Angle E. Now click on plus to add another row. Click on Show Tooltip, go to the Geometry tab, select angle from there, write angle C is congruent to angle F. Select angle from there. See, preview is always available. We can always check and modify our errors. Here the expression is fine. Click outside the box and this is the desired expression. Here we have learned how to write triangle symbol, how to give input angle symbol, how to change the equality to similarity and the congruency symbol. Now let us move to the next expression where we have to write how to write a future value of an annuity. Here analyze the function. Click on Insert Equation Renderer. Write future value FV is equal to P. Now within the open bracket we have to write the complete expression. It first comprises of a fraction format. It is in the x by y format. For the numerator, I have to write 1 plus r to the power of n minus 1. First, select x to the power y for this and modify it. In place of x, we have to write 1 plus r. In place of y, write n. And within the numerator, we need minus 1. And in the denominator, y is there. In place of y, we have to write r. See, the preview is available. P 1 plus r to the power of n minus 1 in the numerator and r in the denominator. Now click on plus to add another row to the expression. Copy the above expression and substitute the desired values. For P, we have 1000. In place of R, we have to give 0.05. 0.05. And in place of N, we have 12. R is there in the denominator also, substituted 0.05. Click outside the box, check the preview. Now here we have learned how to write a complex fraction and how to substitute the values. Now let us move to the next step. Here we have to learn how to write a present value of an annuity. Now click on Insert Equation Renderer. Write PV is equal to P. Now give open bracket. Now within the bracket, click on Show Tooltip. Select x by y, and in place of x, write 1 minus, we have to write 1 plus r raised to the power of minus n. How to write this? With the negative exponent. Select exponential function first. In place of x, write 1 plus r raised to the power of minus n. In place of y, write minus n. Simple. And in the denominator, we have r. In place of y, write r over there. Review is available, please check it. It is P1. In the numerator, we have 1 minus 1 plus r raised to the power of minus n upon r. Now click on plus to add another row to the expression. In place of PV, we have to write 10,000. And P is kept as it is, which is we have to find it and copy the expression from the above step. In place of R, substitute 0.06. In N, we have 9. R is in the denominator 0.06. 0.06. Please click outside the box to get the desired expression. So now let us quickly recap what we have learned in these examples. We have learned how to write an equilibrium equation, how to write numerous inequalities, how to write epsilon delta definition, which will be used in the real analysis, how to use Greek symbols, how to use multiple models which can be modified as per our needs. We have used 2x2 matrix to transform it into a 2x1 matrix. We have learned how to write present value and the future value of an annuity. And with this, I would like to conclude the session. Thank you everyone for patiently listening. Please keep learning. Suresh, please take over the session.
Thank you, Sana. That was quite an informative demo. I'm sure the experts have also found it useful. I'll just share my screen just a moment. And experts, now it's time for you to submit your feedback. So please scan this QR code and fill the short survey. It won't take more than 30 seconds of your time. So please submit your feedback now. I'm going to share a feedback URL in the chat box. Okay, my co-host has shared the link in the chat box. So you can click on the link and you can submit your feedback. Well, the link in the chat box is working. I just tested it. I hope you have submitted your precious feedback. With this, we have come to the end of our webinar for today. I hope my team and I were able to provide you with some useful information which will help you in your journey with Check. Thank you for attending this webinar today, and you have a great evening.